41% of young people actually have heard about green jobs. Heavy industries struggle with outdated perceptions, so this could look like it being dangerous. So when a teenager hears about the word heavy industry, they often think it's unsafe, it's polluting, and there's no innovation or creativity. As well as no opportunities. Often they think it's not as high paying and it doesn't lead to any success. Number 3 would be that often they think it's old-fashioned as well as male-dominated, so this really discourages diverse youth. Lastly, thinking heavy industry cannot be sustainable. Introducing GreenForce.
GreenForce is a program designed to help young people and inform them about the jobs in the heavy industry. Our mission is to 1, change the misconceptions about heavy industry for young adults, highlight efforts being made to reduce its climate impact. 2, provide a reliable pathway for young adults to secure jobs through training. We stand out by teaching students about heavy industry issues, showing them that positive change is possible from within. And number 3, introduce. Introduce the heavy industry to new ideas from young people, bringing them minds from a generation worried about the climate.
GreenForce provides our students with a hands-on practical learning experience, scholarships from colleges that ensure that they will get a green job, and internship opportunities to gain experience in heavy industry.
Meet Julian. Julian is a rising senior who's 17 years old who comes from a low-income household in Brooklyn. He isn't sure what career he wants to pursue, but he's passionate in the environment. His guidance counselor gives him a GreenForce flyer, and he looks into the website and applies to the program. Once he joins the program, he gets hands-on experience and learns new skills, and once he finishes the program, he ends up with a green job that actually fits him and a green job that he loves.
Okay, so GreenForce can actually be very beneficial to many students. So we focus between age ranging from 16 to 20 years old, and our marketing size is 14.8 million to 15.6 million. These are students from high school juniors and seniors, also college students in freshman year and sophomore years. We want to specifically target low-income, BIPOC, and underrepresented students in communities near heavy industry, and 41% come from low-income households, as well as 1 in 4 teens in the U.S. are coming from low-income as well as their BIPOC youth. So these jobs do actually exist. They are out there, but they are not being filled. So there's about 320,000. Okay, there's about 320,000 annual entry-level job openings that are out there, and this is our goal, to have our students be part of these jobs.
Okay. Our company generates its revenue through school payments, such as local high schools or CUNYs, and corporate sponsorships. So our future company partners would be Con Edison, MTA, and National Grid, along with government or workforce funding and alumni affiliation.
To bring more clarity on what GreenForce does and how it benefits our challenge, we attract people who are already passionate about being involved in environmental causes, and train them to hopefully work in green jobs. Not only that, we make the hiring process easier and more attainable as we establish partnership with those already working in heavy industry. And lastly, we help to rebrand the outdated perception heavy industry has, and assuring our youth that there is a future in these fields.
Here are some of the problems we expect to face and how we solve for them. Number 1 is funding. Funding for GreenForce plans to combine entering partnership contracts with heavy industry companies, exchanging our students as future employees for their support. Building trust. Building trust with young adults and heavy industry by meeting where they are, including things such as union meetings, schools, and college and career fairs. And number 3 is rebranding. Rebranding to make the heavy industry more appealing to young people by addressing them through our social media campaigns, like our Instagram.
We created an Instagram account and it gained over 100 followers and lots of interactions in under 24 hours. We posted multiple polls, and one of the polls was us asking if people would be interested in a program that offers paid internships, mentoring, and green careers. 93% of these responders said yes. We created a website and an app, and it's super easy to access. And it's for people like Julian so that they could quickly find our mission and learn more about the program easily. We also created a What Green Job Are You personality quiz that you could take right now by scanning the QR code, and you would be placed into one of these 5 types of categories. You'd be either the creator, the thinker, the builder, the techie, or the organizer. An example of this is that when you get the creator, you're more visual and artistic, and the green job that you'd get would be the sustainable architect. And yeah, over 30 people have already taken it, and you could take it right now by scanning the QR code. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. So our So our minimum viable product would be our pilot program, where we offer hands-on workshops and site visits to local green or heavy industry facilities, and towards the end, when our scholars are done with their training, ultimately we're going to have a job fair with partner companies offering internships. This will give them an opportunity to network and plan their future, essentially. And Con Edison and the MTA would be our first choice of companies to be partnered with.
We'll test out the program with a few select schools, as well as a couple industry leaders, to host several types of information sites and boot camps. Long term, we hope to scale internationally through a digital platform, regional training hubs.
Our vision is to make GreenForce the go-to national pathway for climate careers by turning passion for climate into career pathways.
GreenForce, train and connect to build a cleaner future. Thank you.
Comments?
I have one.
Yeah.
So you all mentioned 320,000 jobs that you expected were currently open right now. Are those in New York City?
That's
What's the
That's
geography?
yearly in the U.S.
So those are the jobs open in the U.S., but what's it in New York? That's where you're piloting.
Sorry.
You're piloting though in New York City. Right?
Yes, we're
So
piloting.
what's the job opportunity here?
We haven't looked into that. Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I think a recommendation might be is that if you are suggesting people go into jobs, make sure the jobs are available.
Yes.
So what industry right now could you talk to say, hey, do you actually have openings? Because then it can say, hey, here's the company right at home that you should know about and be connected to. It's a really interesting concept though.
I did search it up. So construction and production sectors do have a lot of job openings. But yes, you're correct. I'll look into New York City since that's our main point. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great pilot.
Yes.
One small question. You said 93% of respondents would participate or agree. It may be helpful just to know how many respondents there were.
Yeah. So
There
there
was-
was.
Okay. There was about 100, if not more, and 93 of those 100 said that they would be interested.
Okay.
Yeah, so we had exactly 100 responses. So 93 said yes, and 7 people said no.
It was an Instagram
Yeah.
poll.
And it was an
Yeah.
Instagram poll, like a story. Yeah.
Great.
You guys did a really great job. I loved kind of the social media. The quiz sounded so fun, the different profiles. So great job there. I did have a question. Professor Wagner talked about jobs in heavy industry being with some of the traditional companies. It seems like you guys would do your pilot with Con Ed, the MTA, as well as startups in some of these spaces. So what was your decision process with kind of targeting the bigger, more established incumbents?
We decided to focus on the MTA and Con Edison because they're right here in New York, and a lot of students living in New York usually take the MTA. They interact with the MTA a lot. They use the Metro card or Omni cards now because they got rid of them. But
Edison's
Yeah.
to my house.
And Con Edison's always coming to people's houses and
Yeah.
teaching work, so,
That's
yeah.
what
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
so
I
we
chose
thought those two companies would be like more accessible, and since we know them better, so yeah, and it's like everyday, yeah.
Final question, one last. When you think about heavy industries across, say, the United States, and I understand why you would pick New York, it's something that you know, is there an issue that, for example, if one industry is like a big mine, that if you're talking about people in that feeder area, the students might already know about that industry because it's a big employer? Like how do you think about that issue? Because you mentioned your target market would be sort of students who are located in that geography. Is that correct? Any thoughts about like, this issue of like awareness versus where your target market is located?
Well, since our pilot is in New York City, we're mainly trying to advertise it to our New York City students, so specifically that are in public high schools a lot, that are juniors, like ready for their post-secondary education, and like maybe down the line, 5 years down the line, like if our company gets big enough, we'd love to expand it throughout like all borders. Yeah.
Thank you. Great job. Well done.
Sorry about that slide. Maybe update.
It's okay.
Thank you. All right, unseen, please.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, what do I click on? Who was clicking?